And winter illnesses like flu, COVID-19, and RSV.
Yeah, it probably hit your family. Maybe it is now. And in order to keep you and your loved ones healthy this season, should you mask up? Let's check in with our Carmen Blackwell, who's in the newsroom, for more on this morning. And everybody has been feeling this.
Right. Good morning, you two. It's a good question to mask up or not to mask up. Well, I talked to a pediatric infectious disease specialist over at Cleveland Clinic who told me two things. Yes, masking up even some of the time this winter season could in fact help us from getting any of these infections, and every illness has its season. So how long should we expect these illnesses to stick around? We'll talk about it. Dr. Frank Esper at Cleveland Clinic told me a post-holiday COVID spike alongside upticks of the usual winter illnesses like flu and RSV, even strep, make this surge very much expected. While the CDC didn't come out with a recommendation about how we should all be wearing masks or anything like that, health experts noticed COVID and other respiratory viruses drop with wearing masks. I asked Dr. Esper if we might need to pull the mask back out this season.
But we do know that when you try to protect yourself against one virus, you have a tendency to also protect yourself against a bunch of others because they all use the same way to cause an infection. They're trying to get into your nose and into the back of your throat. That's where they start their invasion. So, there's no main recommendation that everybody wears a mask. You're certainly not hurting yourself, though, when you do so. And you might be helping prevent, an infection.
It all sounds gross, right? Well, Dr. Esper says that these viruses will likely stick around until about the end of March or maybe even early April. And speaking of, while we talked a lot about COVID, RSV, even the flu, the CDC says that strep has actually been extremely aggressive this year. So I'll have more on that for you coming up at 6:30.
Yeah.